which was the quickest German wagon of the noughties? Well, we're going to find out, because I'm sat in an Audi RS6 C6. Next to me is a BMW E61 M5, and next to that is a Mercedes E55 AMG, and we are going to have a drag race. So let me tell you about this RS6. It has a 5-litre twin-turbo V10, 579 horsepower and 650 newton meters of torque. Of course, you've got quattro all-wheel drive and a 6-speed automatic gearbox. It's a bit of a heavy car, this. Weighs just over 2 tons. Now, back in the day, it was around £70,000 this, but you can pick one of these up quite nice like this for around £25,000. Let me tell you about that BMW. So it has a 5-litre naturally aspirated V10. With 507 horsepower and 520 newton meters of torque. It is rear wheel drive, and it has a robotised single clutch manual gearbox. A bit confusing, with 7 speeds. It's a famous SMG gearbox, which is a bit jerky. It's a bit lighter than this car, weighing it just under 2 tons, and once again, back in the day, between 60 and 70,000 pounds. That car, get that, for £25,000. Finally then, we come to the Mercedes. So it has a 5.4 litre supercharged V8 with 476 horsepower, bit down on power, but it's up on torque, 700 newton meters. Once again, like the BMW, it's rear wheel drive, though it has a 5-speed automatic gearbox. It just comes in at barely under 2 tons, just makes it by the smallest amount. And in terms of pricing, back in the day, once again, around 60 to 70,000 pounds, but that one, you could pick that up now for 15 grand. Actually, if you think about it, you could have these cars instead of something like a Skoda Octavia Estate with a 1.5 litre petrol engine. Which would you rather have? Let me know in the comments below. Now, before we race, please make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon to turn your notifications on. That way you will not miss a single upload. Anyway, let's go on with this.
Buying a new car? Then head to CarWow, and my team will help you find your next car at a fair price. CarWow, your one-stop car buying comparison site.
As is customary with every single CarWow drag race, we are going to do a sound check. So I'm going to rev up this engine, which is Lamborghini derived. Doesn't sound quite like the Lamborghini version though. Maybe the 2 turbos get in the way of the sound. And it's got a soft limiter. Even back then in the noughties, Audi had a soft limiter. BMW didn't though. Let's hear that M5. That does sound good. I'm also getting a lot of intake noise off that. It's nice. All right, that's enough. That's enough. You don't want to throw a rod bearing. Sorry. Yeah, BMW fanboys know what I'm on about. Okay, let's have a listen to that Mercedes engine. Sounds like a World War II airplane. I like that. Now, which one sounded the best? I actually can't tell from being sat here. So you're going to have to decide. Let me know in the comments. I've actually put a pinned comment there where you can vote on which car you thought sounded the best. Okay, let's get on with actual racing. Find out which is the quickest.
3, 2, 1.
Power off the line. That is why Mercedes and BMW now use 4-wheel drive for their M5 and their E63s. So guys, what happened? Tell me about it, Mr. AMG.
The speed limiter kicked on at 100 miles an hour, probably about 100 yards away from the end.
Okay, would you like to have another go at it then? Make sure when you're drag racing not to have your speed limiter on, because it might affect your result. How's your launch actually, M5?
Yeah, pretty much all wheel spin, but once I got going it was alright.
Okay, let's give you another shot.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, I could just see that M5 spinning its wheels. They are neck and neck though. I'm having to watch it in that mirror. Because I'm so far ahead, this thing flies. Boom. So the Audi wins the drag race quite easily. It seemed close between you two though. How did the M5 fare?
Still struggling a little bit with the launch, but once I got going, it sounds fantastic. But that and Mercedes, the talk of it, blooming hell.
Hey, listen guys, how do you feel about getting my pro drivers to drive your cars? Because I know they're a bit tricky off the line. See if they can fare any better, because it's just too easy for me. Is that all right?
Yes.
Try it then. You got to bring your A game at Car Wow Drag Race, as well as your A great car. So Sam and Rory, if you can strap yourselves in. Now this is gonna be fun. See if you do any better. No pressure for the pro drivers. I don't include myself in that category. Let's have another go.
3, 2, 1.
Mark did a better launch that time. The BMW was faltering. Pro driver in the BMW, not so good. Pro driver in the Merc, bit better. I mean, this is getting boring. Sam.
It's hard to get the power down in it because it's an auto. If you had a clutch, you could modulate it, but it's just dumping it, and then you have to feather back, and then you're out of the power band.
Yeah, that gearbox is shit. But the E63 did all right.
Yeah, it seemed okay. It was beeping at me because the owner's still got the key, but apart from that, it's it's all right.
Whatever you do not put it in park, otherwise it's not moving again. But for now, you can actually steal it, right?
See you later.
So then, what exactly happened? Well, the Audi won, completing the standing quarter mile in 12.5 seconds. The Mercedes took 13.1 seconds, but the BMW got a bad start and finished in 13.9 seconds. However, previously in another video with a good launch, I've timed the V10 M5 at 12.8 seconds.
Now we're going to have a rolling race from 50 miles an hour with the cars in their comfiest setting. I'm going to call it in. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, this kicked down good. Level with me and the Merc. Come on, twin turbo V10. Smashing that BMW. Right, that is the end of that. Okay, wow. So, first things first, the kickdown on that BMW's automatic gearbox is shocking.
Yeah, I'm getting murdered.
I mean, that was dreadful. The Mercedes was pretty good, but then it doesn't have too many gears to choose from, does it? It's only got 5.
Yeah, I think I ran out on the top end.
But this one, that's what happens when you got a V10 with 2 turbos strapped to it. Okay, we're going to do the same thing again, rolling race from 50 miles an hour. This time the cars are in their sportiest settings and manual mode for the gearbox locked in third. I'm going to count it in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, that BMW picked up good then. This is much closer. Well, it was until this Audi just destroyed them. That was well interesting. BMW, once you take that rubbish gearbox out of the equation, does all right, doesn't it? Did it beat the Mercedes?
Yeah, it was because it's normally aspirated, it responds quicker, so when it's in full sport mode, it's really, really sharp responding. So yeah, I think I just got the Mercedes there. Yeah, we were pretty close.
But you lost Mercedes, didn't you? You lost, let's be honest.
Third gear at 50 is only about 2,000 RPM for me.
Well, that's the thing, you see. You've got 5 gears, he's got 7, and I'm in the middle with my 6. Actually, I've got an idea. That BMW has a lower power mode, doesn't it? Where you're in just 400 horsepower mode. Can we run it again and see what happens when you then go into 400 horsepower mode rather than the full 507? Let's do that. All right, we're going to do the same thing again, but the BMW's in 400 horsepower mode. Right, get level then. Okay, I'm going to call it in. 3, 2, 1, go. There's the effect. It's really getting dropped. Okay, so that was a win for the Audi again, obviously. Mercedes, you managed to beat the BMW. BMW owner, do you ever drive your car around in 400 horsepower mode?
Not unless I'm trying to save fuel.
What is the point, eh? Finally, we're going to have a brake test from 70 miles an hour when we hit the line. Full emergency stop. To tell you the truth, these brakes do not feel great. What's going to happen? I can do a quick bit of diagnostic for your BMW. It appears that your ABS has failed because your front wheel's just locked up.
Basically, I've got a failed ABS sensor on it, so there is no ABS.
Well, that's the reason why you did so badly. The Mercedes did the best. It was just hilarious. I'm a bit concerned that you might have flat spotted your tyre. Anyway, that was a lot of fun. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel as well and hit the bell icon to turn your notifications on. That way you won't miss a single update.